Dan Dresner, though, I guess what's so troubling is we've had people running around like, oh, I don't know, myself, talking about Donald Trump's autocratic tendencies and something that he says about a judge. I've been very concerned about what he says about the federal judiciary, what he says about Mueller, his lack of regard for the rule of law. Same thing with the media. Enemies of the people, attacking CNN constantly, showing violence towards figures representing CNN, or saying things about certain NBC hosts, et cetera, et cetera. This is the first time I can see a line where you directly can draw a line between the bullying, the threats, the Erdogan type response to media criticism, and you can actually see a cause and then an effect. Sinclair says, hey, okay, we can actually curry favor with this president that has autocratic tendencies by turning our local stations into a multitude of Pravda outlets. Is that concerning to you?
Well, of course it's concerning, but in some ways this isn't actually the newest sort of thing we've seen on this, which is don't look at Sinclair as a media company. Look at Sinclair as a company that wants to curry favor with the federal government. Think about when, you know, in 2017, when you had companies, you know, bragging about opening up factories in the United States, which they were probably going to do anyway, but crediting Donald Trump with doing that, which allowed him to then tweet it out. Or think about the announcement of bonuses to workers after the tax bill was passed. Again, you know, primarily that money went to share buybacks, but nonetheless it made good PR, and it was sort of a win-win arrangement because companies could, again, curry favor with the Trump White House. Right. In some ways, this is just a similar sort of play where clearly Donald Trump has personalized all policy made in this administration, which is to say that the way that you do well in this administration is to flatter the president. And in some ways, has a far more fragile ego than most of his predecessors. So as a result, you have people like Sinclair, or you have other companies doing anything possible to essentially extend an olive branch to the White House, and therefore won't stand up for their own principles or won't stand up for the principles of free press.
Yeah.